in. That would be nice if it did, though. Trigger me in, baby. Trigger me in. It might not trigger me in. I might need to jump on it. Oh, it's going without me.
Order canceled. Order filled.
I'm going to get in it and put my stop down here. Targets the highs of the day. I did have my plan where I was going to use the low of the day as my stop loss. It was only 200 bucks. Well, sometimes it comes down and sometimes it doesn't. So overall, the day's a nice, strong, bullish day. Can't beat that for a double star green red day. There's lots of targets up above, 3 in particular. So as long as it does stay green and doesn't come crashing down below the close of yesterday, you know, I'm willing to even add to the trade. So I'm going to put my stop really back where I had it, which was the low of the day. Let me see how much that is, because I'm looking for these targets to get cleared out up here. So let's take a look at this. I don't think my risk reward is the best, but I want to try to add to this position here. Okay. Let's shoot over the top. Let's get these trend lines up here. This trend line up here will get my target. And we'll see how things react once it gets up. I might break even. Well, let's see what happens. Yeah, exactly. Get some tea on the action here. The day is a double star red day. We will see how it's going to go. Got some targets up ahead. Everything's bullish. All charts are looking bullish. Hopefully it'll keep going.
Yes. Yes. So I'm going to use 5961 as another version of the opening range. That's a way to size up. Now, it would be much more interesting to be able to show this live. But that's a way to increase your size without increasing your risk. You don't want to come out of the opening range selling 4. You want to come out of the opening range with smaller units and then size up along the way. So if you're a, if you're a bigger trader, well capitalized, and you're coming, and well experienced, you know how to manage things like I do. You come out of the opening range, you sell 4 at
Close above the 20. I'll give it another.
By the time we get down to 61,
ad right there.
2.
Order
You go
filled.
61 offer, you
See
sell
if
2
it'll
more.
keep
We go
going with
59
that.
Offer, you sell 2 more or 4 more. Okay, now you're short 6 or you're short 8.
Keep
And
going.
you have no risk on the trade because you're short 2 from up here. That becomes your trading capital. Your unrealized balance becomes your new beginning balance, your statement that you need to protect. Does that
Keep
make
going.
sense or not make sense? It probably need to show it, doesn't it?
Yeah, no, it does. And if you get if your minis get stopped out at break even, you pocketed profit on 5.
Order filled.
Yes. And you're
Order
giving yourself a
canceled.
chance
So I'll
to be able
take
to
out.
use
I'll
it
take
to-
off the
to
profit
add
from
more.
that ad.
Yeah.
We got.
All right,
How
now
much
if I
did we get?
stopped
I just
out
wanna
of these,
scalp
I'm
that
gonna be
ad.
short- I'm going to be long 5 from down here.
14,
So that could be nice.
almost 15 points on that ad.
the
That's
opposite
good.
benefit,
We still
right? You
hold the
pocketed
regular.
5, you're already done with 5. Now it could.
The other one.
If you're wrong, if you get
Order
stopped out, you get
canceled.
another bite at the apple, man. Then you could put your stop at break. I don't know how you handle that if you put your stop at break even on the micros or not.
Well,
Order canceled.
Okay, close that in. All right, had some echoing going on there. Okay, so we got out of that ad, lowered my average price, scalped the ad once it got over the 20, just for a quick little pop, 15 extra points on the ad only, and we've averaged our lower price. So let's just see if I can work this strategy where, as long as the higher time charts are still bullish, but boy, is that looking like a devil horns. Looking like it's a classic M pattern, H pattern, whatever you want to call it. Those typically can be double tops depending on how this keeps going here. But we may be able to just keep on working the bottom part with 3-bar reversals off of support levels and keep scalping up. So let's see what happens. I do have my ultimate stop down here at the bottom. If it turns into a red day, I'm getting out. And if it goes way below the low of the day, I mean, if the whole entire day collapses, that will get me out. I will suffer a loss on that. The whole day comes down to the bottom and turns red. Well, it could turn red. I'll still stay in it. But once it gets below the close of yesterday, you really want to see it turn around and come right back up. You don't really want it to get lower than the high of yesterday. So we have this yellow line right here as the high of yesterday. We're hoping that it'll bounce in this area right here. So it just swept the liquidity right over here, which is where my original entry was when the bell opened. I said, let the bell trigger me in right here. That'd be great. That's just an ugly looking demon horn right there on that chart. Look at that. Talk about rejection. I probably should have used the 3-bar reversals. I don't have a 3-bar reversal quite yet. There you got a 3-bar reversal. So we could try to go long here. Let it come down a little bit. if I got a 50% pullback on this right here, I would have tried to get in down here in the halfway mark.
Order
Let's
filled.
go. See if it'll come back up to this pivot. Go up a little bit. Give me something. Hit the trend line at least. Hit the trend line. All right, maybe it won't get to the trend line. If it takes out this pivot, I'm going to get out on that particular ad. I still got my overall strategy for the low of the day, but I hope I don't get nickeled and dimed on the ads that I add. If it comes down here and sweeps this pivot again, I'm going to get out of that particular ad. That'll be pushing down below the 20 too far. It'll be clearing the pivot. So yeah, the ads, I'm going to be quick to scalp out. I'm going to use this pivot as a stop loss now because it's really reversed strongly, and if it comes back down, it's probably going to go to the next level if it breaks this. So I really wanted to get to this next pivot so I could scalp out of that ad. That'd be nice. Right now. Okay, now I'm back green on it. Hopefully it'll keep right on going, man. Go right through that trend line for me. Keep going. I'm going to break even on that ad since it's got me spooked a little bit. Hopefully it'll go right up there and target that though. Candle by candle, I can do this. Keep going. Go, 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 go.
Stop filled.
Well, I made a couple ticks on that ad. I'm not going to mess with it if it's going to drop down below that. Only like 4.5 ticks are handles. We only made 4.5 on it, but I don't want it to break down below this trend line. I want it to go right up over the top of the trend line. Tell you what, if it gets over these demon horns, that'll be good for the Bulls. That'll be good for the Bulls. I can't even hear the music. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Making sure I can hear the music in the background. I can't even hear the music. And maybe it'll muscle its way up through that resistance. That'd be a sight to see. Go on, baby boy. Go on up there. Trending good, relatively good, even though it's like got this weird spiky top. Boy, I tell you what, that's rough looking. Oh, come on, Bubba, come on up there. Yeah. It happens. All right, so back down it goes. Keep an eye on that 5-minute chart. That was one wild looking chop. Oof. Very wild looking chop. We gonna get something down at the range of that, I wonder? Check out the range on this thing. Maybe we can see what might happen down here. So yeah, that trend line didn't do anything. Three-bar reversals are looking good down at the bottom. They've been working every single time. So definitely need to probably sell when it gets up here again and just wait for it to pull back maybe. Try something like that perhaps. All right. Should I take profits when it gets up here? That's why I want to buy an extra one down here. This is a great range right here so far. Great range. I mean, you can't get more rangy than that. Look at that. Four-hour chart, day chart. Huh. Well, it's pretty choppy. Just kind of developing a little breakout situation here. So I originally bought it over here. We scalped one here and we scalped one here. That was what brought my average price down.
Analyze order flow because I see it sort of naturally at this point in my life and my career. But I would suggest you guys all spend a lot of time in understanding how order flow works, because it's going to help you decide when do you want to spend money, when do you not want to spend money, when do you want to add, when do you not want to add, what looks like a good area to take a long and a short at, right? Does that make sense or no?
Yeah, totally.
Or is that just too much?
Yeah. No, that's good. I mean, I just want to also, someone is in a couple people in the chat were asking about Leo's Dome. We'll call it Leo's Dome. I don't know what he's going to call it, but soon.
Yeah, that ought to be ready soon.
Yeah, I don't have a date though, but there's getting close, man.
Look, this is the greatest business in the history of business. The trading floor was incredible. It was great. We were. Let me say it this way. and this might come off wrong. I don't mean it to. You're not going to find a trader more experienced than me actively trading these markets. You're not going to find a trader that has had the experience that I've had trading this stuff, and not only trading it, but backing traders. More traders I've backed with my own money than are in the chat right now. Now there's 1,000 people watching, but I backed a lot of traders, so not 1,000 traders, but a lot. And with my own dough, I've been a partner in an FCM. I have done a lot of different things in this business. And I've traded with and against and competed with some of the best traders in the history of trading. I know what works and what doesn't work. I know how to sustain a career as a trader. And I can tell you, I traded with Charlie D. Charlie D, I got my seat at the board of trade to trade night bonds in 1990, and it didn't take. I wasn't very good at it, but I was in there. I clerked during the day in the Eurodollar pit, and I tried to trade night bonds. And Charlie gave me my new member orientation chat and talk, and it was an unbelievable experience. And then I got a chance. I mean, he wouldn't talk to me. I was a one-lot night bond trader, but I got a chance to watch him trade. Oh, I know Lewis very well. Yeah, I saw Lewis not long ago. I learned a lot from Lewis. Yeah.
So, by the way, just one thing I want to tell everybody, and then we're gonna get West Coast in the conversation in a second. I know I have a friend named Lucky. He's only got 3 fingers. That's how many people I know have actually made the successful transition from the pit to the screen over the time span that you have, Pax. So it's a testament, man. It's a lot of the floor guys couldn't figure it out, and you did. So congratulations. We're glad to have you here.
The hardest thing the hardest part of that transition for me was knowing how to size up, size down, and not trade. The opening range breakouts that I trade on the floor are the markets still move the same way. That really hasn't changed. Who moves them? That's changed.
So,
Trading.
Pax, we're going to have, by the way, on your positions, I just want to remind you, we're going to have a number in about 45 seconds. And keep saying what you're saying. We'll bring in Christian and XYZ right now also.
The hardest part of that transition was learning how not to trade, and learning how to size up. I could see the volume on the floor. If Goldman was selling 100 lots in the NASDAQ, I would sell 100 lots, because I knew I can get out. If Richard Dennis or Tudor Jones had 5 or 10,000 to sell throughout the day, I would load up and because I knew that I would eventually be able to get out. If the volume dried up, I wouldn't have anything on, right? There was a lot of things about that was different, but I just had to apply that to the floor. To the screen, that same thinking. I can sit here and flip, okay, there we go.
Oh, here we go.
Numbers out.
Yep. Shy Girl's going to cut and paste it in the chat, I think.
Okay, good. Numbers out. I'm still short. Let's see if we make it down to 61, put money in my pocket. Number came out a little weaker than expected.
Sentiment falls to a record low of 47.6. It was expected to come in at 51.5. Wow. Thank you to Tracy.
See, it's lower than expected.
Yeah, so, hey, good morning, West Coast. Christian and XYZ is in the house.
Good morning.
Hey, guys.
What's up, fellas?
How are we?
We are trying to ride the number news down.
Oh, my God, listen to this. 1-year inflation expectations rise 4 to 4.8% from 3.9. These are bad numbers, man.
Yeah, we're not doing anything.
From what? How much did it jump, Jim?
So,
Order filled.
1-year inflation expectations rose to 4.9% from 3.8%.
Oh, yeah.
That's a big jump, man.
Yeah, we're not doing anything.
Okay, so Pax, walk us out of here. How are you gonna manage the rest of this trade you got going on? You still got your positions.
Yeah, so I'm not. I'm going to buy these 5, but I will sell more at 61. Okay, underneath 61. So I'm short 2, long 5. Let's see if I can get these 5 off. If I can, then I'll sell them back underneath 61. So just being short 2. And then I'm going to flip over to my normal accounts and trade bigger if we do take out this level.
Got it. Very, very awesome. So Christian, XYZ, how you guys doing?
Good.
All right, so
Back again.
complain.
Let's
I'm
see if we
switching
can, make
directions
some
here.
points.
I'm glad I did.
XYZ is like, I can't believe I'm up this early on a
If
Friday.
the numbers are bad and it's already having this trouble with these,
I'm just trying to see the overnight low trade, 193 NASDAQ.
yeah, and I'm going to use the high of the day as a stop loss then because it couldn't get up there. It's making lower highs. It's rounding out. Now we got some bad numbers that come out, so I'm going to be short. So if it comes all the way up over the top of the highs on the bad news, and then I deserve to lose. Absolutely. Right here. We're risking $149. I'll stop out at the top.
Order submitted.
Who knows what it's going to do?
It's the rest of the day. So have a great weekend, you guys.
Yes,
Thanks,
boys.
Jim.
Have a great weekend, Jimmy. I look forward to next weekend. We're gonna have a lot of laughs, and then
Yeah.
I look
Hey,
forward to seeing
Tax,
you
when
guys.
do you get there? Thursday or Friday?
I leave Friday after my shelf.
All right, hopefully it'll roll down here. I like the breakdown on the exponentials already. That's good. Let's see if it keeps going. Hopefully it'll go down. Let's see. Maybe I should add to it as well. I mean, it's looking good right there on that one particular time chart.
Order
I
filled.
think I am going to add to it.
Order submitted.
Hopefully it'll keep going. I'm not trying to get greedy. I'm just trying to be smart. Hopefully it'll keep going. I don't want it to come up and tick me out like it did last time overnight. So we're short. Let's see if it goes down. See if we can get a 1-to-1 on it at least. So it's going to have to go down below the close of yesterday. It's going to have to turn into a red day. So let's see if it drops below this line here. The yellow line first, which is the high of yesterday, has to be taken out, and then the close. We'll see if it can keep pushing down and do just that. So we have the high of yesterday's right here, and then the close of yesterday's right here. And it's consolidating right here. This would be a great, don't be surprised if it comes up 50% for a spike. Moving averages have crossed over. The exponentials are looking weak. They're drifting down now together. So that's good. Higher time charts are breaking below the moving averages, starting to bend down and go 15 and 5. 5 and 15. Let's take a look at that. Yeah. I hope it keeps going because I got 2 now. It's a little risky for me. I don't do 2 normally. Yeah, that's what you want to see. You want to see that big O. Breakdown. Break it down. 5 minutes breaking down. Okay. Hopefully it'll keep going. There's no reason to go up over the top. If that news came out pretty bad, we'll see though. All you can do is just make an educated guess, you know, it's all you can really do. There, it's bouncing off the low, or the high of yesterday. See if it breaks it. Our target would be down here. Yeah, pivot lows. Let's see if it gets us something here. Of course, it's going to bounce all the way back up to where it dropped. That's what it's supposed to do. Wherever you sell it off at, that's where it comes back up to stop out for break even. People that put their stops on the breakout. There it is. Let's see if it keeps going down now. I mean, it may go all the way up to these moving averages. It may not go down today, but it seems like the best bet would be for it to go down. We'll see. So there's the break-even bounce for people who short right there. Usually it comes right back up if they put the break-even and stops them right out. And that's what you want to see for a continuation down. Hopefully it'll keep going down. Might be able to get another ad, but I've been doing 3 is really, I haven't done that. Since I've been trading Sensible, I haven't done it. I used to do it when I dollar cost average all the time, when I was in the red, but not adding to a winning trade. It's something new that I would be trying here. It's falling below the close of yesterday. It's getting stuck on the close of yesterday. Or no, that's not the close of yesterday. No, sorry. It bounced off the high of yesterday. That's my dash line for my entry price, my average price. If that was happening at the close of yesterday, which is down here, rolling down, I would really want to add. But it still hasn't broken the low below the high of yesterday. So technically, it's still a very bullish day. It's still above the high of yesterday. But that pintail's getting longer and longer at the top. So let's see. Hopefully it'll keep going down. Or if it doesn't turn into a big red day, it won't. I don't think it'll hit my stop losses, but you know what I mean? Anything can happen in the market. You never have any guarantees about anything. You just have to go with what probability is showing you and do the best you can with practice and experience and good technique and risk management and all that. I'd like to see it break below this line though and keep right down to the close of yesterday and keep going. That would be nice. This is the second time it's down at the high of yesterday, so it looks like it wants to keep going, but let's just see what it does. So that wouldn't have been a bad add up there on the trend line break. It's fighting through this trend line. This area right here, it's fighting through the high of yesterday and a trend line that has come up. So it's got to break that. That's a big 5-minute trend line right there. Yeah. That's a 15-minute trend line looking like 15 minutes should have the same trend line. Let's get it drawn up here and see where we're at. And just because it's going to go through something doesn't mean it's going to be a clean cut. Yeah, same area. 5 minute and 15 minute. If it's going to keep going, it's got to break this. Now, this is exactly where it should have a stubborn reaction and be really more difficult to get through. But then we have all this area up here where it used to be support that could be resistance now, which is where we got this blue line, this blue box, and my average price and all that. That's the resistance area. Let's see if it holds. I mean, you could get it violated and it could do whatever it wants to do. So here it's coming back up into it right now. Let's see if it's just going to fool everybody, because it's trending down. It's hitting resistance. It used to be support, and now it's going to really test it. It's making lower highs. It bounced off of yesterday's high 2 times. The high of yesterday right here. And it's bounced off of it twice. So my bet is that it's not going to go over the high of this day. That's where my stops are at. But I could be wrong. It's bouncing strongly. And if it penetrates over the resistance, which is exactly what it's done, but we're talking about the NASDAQ here, so let's just see how brutal it's going to be, because it loves to rip your heart out. So yeah, let's take a look at that. The resistance on this chart here didn't really hold very well. So let's see what happens. I'm gonna keep my eye on. It's a very ugly, choppy day, but I've got my stops are at the top. You know, if it goes up there and stops me out, I will congratulate it, you know, because the news came out bad. It already couldn't get over the top before the news, and now the news came out bad. So unless there's some other news that I'm not aware of pushing it back up, which could be, we're in a very news-oriented driven market. So it's not even about price action, it's about what news comes out and when. But I'm not going to worry about it. You do the best you can. Do the best you can. And over time, hopefully, yeah, I mean, I was looking short. It was looking good. Good to short. Bounced off yesterday's high. And let's see if it can, this trend line can hold right here. But I'm just going to stay focused on the position. But if there's some kind of news that came out, then there's nothing you can do about that, man. Just have your stops in place and put your tail between your legs and let it play out. Let it play out. I don't even know if there is any news. Let me go see what these guys are saying.
I'll text you when I got to look at. I don't know what time I'm leaving, but
any news?
I'm gonna get there early.
I don't know if there was any news. That thing sure did shoot up like a rocket. It's not what you want to see. It's aggravating. Very aggravating.
NASDAQ was saying, hey, look for longs. We just did close the gap to yesterday's regular trading hour session high by 2 points. We touched it. It did not show acceptance inside the balance, inside the range from yesterday on NASDAQ, nor did it
Some
show
days, man, no matter what happens, it's hard to get a win.
So we're still looking at conflicting nuances between the S&P and the NASDAQ, because the NASDAQ just touched the value.
I don't know. Bad news ain't going to keep it down. Bad news doesn't keep it down, then yeah, it's going to stop me out if it keeps going up here. This is The highest I want to see it go, if it breaks the trend line and keeps on pushing, then I'm just going to be upset. Stops are up there. But that's the NASDAQ, man. That is the NASDAQ, the nasty NASDAQ. Oh.
Names that I love, carved in gray. Still my heart beat steady in the midnight. 'Cause death only opens the gate. White-knuckled hands, tired eyes. Graves in the ground. Running circles in my mind.
Come on, buddy, come back down.
And mostly the pressure is down now, and
This market isn't doing much. This market isn't giving you too much. So, although, stay. Oh, you're stuck. You're not going anywhere, Enrico. Hold on. We got. Well, Mohammed's long right now. You still long these MES?
I did what just Hog said. Find trade location, and I am so happy with my location. I'm buying this low. I tried twice to buy this low, failed. Then it worked now. Finally, I'm long only 4. I took profit because, as Hog said, this is unclear day. It's long in NQ, short in ES. We're still inside this range of the open. So I take bunch of my profit in here at this high, so I can be comfortable staying at this nice position as long as I can.
Ahmed, stuff. We're long 10, now long 4.
Yeah, I'm long 4. My average now becomes 68, 65.
68, 65. Very good. This range. I'm trying to play a range here. Hogue, what are we looking at? Initial balance high. I know we still got 9 minutes. It looks like we're at the upper end of the range in the ES.
Probably
so
a
like
good probability that it's
short
in. Let me get that set up.
Okay. Short from 68.75 quarter. 1. See if we can get back down to VWAP, which is about 10 points lower.
Break the trend line and come back down. There you go. Come on. Ugh, I just gotta hold it, man. Hold it tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. How many do I have to do there? I did them already. You're not working now?
Shattered words and shattered trust, silent dinners, empty cups. We were sitting miles apart on the same old couch. I had packed my quiet rage. She had packed another bag. We were standing at the edge of walking out. But in the middle of the mess we made, your mercy met us there. When we
I
had
should have come back down.
nothing to say, you started with a prayer. You heal what we can't fix. You mend what we break. You breathe in the ruins, and beauty wakes. You turn every goodbye back into holding hands. All glory to Jesus, our healer of hearts, our healer of hearts. Late night tears on the kitchen floor. One small sorry, then one more. You were teaching us to speak like you speak to us. Slow to anger, rich in grace, drawing us from hiding place. You were writing something new over all our dust. Now every scar and every stain is telling us your name. You stitch the pieces one by one with undeserved embrace.
Order filled. Order submitted. Order submitted.
That is a trade. If it don't work, it don't work. I'll get out. And I'm going to stop out of those when it gets up there. And it'll just be the way it goes. So be it.
Still sing loudly.
All right, let's go over what we did today. Coming in this morning, I was ticked out from an overnight trade by 1 tick.
Order filled.
And I just got stopped out just now from my ad because I was looking at this weakness up here, trying to short up here at the top. It got up into my box and broke the trend line, and I started to short, and a stop was right above. So I'm still short. Stop losses for the two are at the high of the day. That's the high of the day right there. So what we're looking at here is a potential where bad news came out, started shorting right here, looked really good, reversed for no reason, and now I tried to add the short on the short right here, and it took me out here, and if it goes up here, it'll stop me out altogether for the short idea altogether. My long idea, before I reversed right here, was to go long and stay long, and then news came out, bad news, it started to go down, so I reversed my position. And it was going down. Okay. And so right now we'll just see if I end up losing everything. It's going straight up. It's almost at the high of the day. And if it triggers me out up there, then I will have gotten ticked out on an overnight position where I was long, and it had come all the way back up. I would have been super successful if I didn't get ticked out on the short. I was long right here overnight. And when I went to bed, it ticked me out of my position. And when I woke up, it was all the way back up here again. So I was long with the targets going up here. And then my stop was at the low of the day.
Order filled.
Okay, we're out of the position. All right, so there you go. I got stopped out on the low, I got stopped out on the high, and it's very, very frustrating. Very, very frustrating.
Order filled.
I'm going to see if it's just, I'm going to try one more time to short this thing because it may have just swept the high, and I'm going to try one more, just one micro to see if it'll come back down, because that's what it likes to do. It likes to just tick you out and then reverse. So if it keeps going right here, I will get out and I will either stop trading or think about going long. I still have some room on this account to make some trades today. But that's so aggravating. It would be bad enough if I didn't get ticked out from the overnight trade. One tick and went right back up in my favor. One tick. Woke up this morning and then, okay, so I'm going to go long. It looks really good. I'll put my stop at the bottom of the day. And I was long. And then news came out. It started to all sell off. And it just didn't keep going. And I get stopped out at the top of the day. At the top of the day. You know what? I'm going long.
Order filled.
Forget it. I got a little bit of juice left in this account here, and I'm going to just stay long and let the account do what it's going to do. I'll add to the position if it drops down, and I'm just going to see what happens. Now, it's quite possible this account will blow because, it's possible I'll lose this one Apex account here. But I feel like I'm on tilt. I feel emotional. I feel like I'm very mad. But what can you do? It's the market, There's only so much you can do. And so we're going to try to go long again. It is a great day to be long. That's why I was long. When it came down on the bad news, it just bounced right off of the high of yesterday. It came all the way down. I thought it was going to break and keep going and keep going. But it bounced off of the high of yesterday. Let's take a look at that, where it bounced off the high of yesterday. Right here. Bounced, came up, hit resistance. I said, okay, let's go. I added to my position right over here. So I reversed here, I went added here, and it was going, and it just skyrocketed back up. I mean, on the video I upload, so stay tuned. Happens to everybody, so I'm not excluded from going on tilt, but I'm going to end the live stream. I will upload the video and let everybody know what's going on. All right. Peace.